What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. So today I'm reviewing Boruto episode 234, and this episode is titled The Unleashed Villain. So we start off where we left off in episode 233. As the airship crashes to the ground, we see the speaker of the ceremony, who is named Lord Sanzui, crying for his son as his son is aboard the airship that has caught fire. We see that he even tries to move forward as if he wants to go and see if he can help his son by himself, but is held back by guards as Lord Chojuro tells them to carry him to a safe location. And I totally understand Lord Sanzui. Lord Chojuro and the guards manage to use water style to put out the fire on the airship, as we see Sarada and she's trying to wake Katasuki, who was apparently knocked out when the airship crashed. She then tells Mitsuki and Kawaki to guard the area. We see Boruto and Kagaura at the prison, and they're shocked as well as they can see what is happening at the ceremony from the prison. Boruto then realizes that what Naruto and Shikamaru told Team 7 about the attack was true, and decides that he's leaving as he tells Kagura. Kagura then tells him that he will arrange a thunder train and orders one of the guards to arrange one. But as the guard tries to do this by phone, the connection suddenly disconnects, and we see a short-like sword cut some lines. Spooky. Kagura then tells Boruto that he's sorry, but he can't contact the Thunder Train and that he will have to go by foot. Suddenly, we see a part of the prison being attacked, and we see that it's Lord Izari and his henchmen. As some guards get to that point, Lord Izari makes quick work of them. One of the guards gets to where Kagura and Boruto is and tells them there is an intruder in Block 7. Kagura then tells Boruto that this is where we part ways and rushes off, but Boruto decides to help Kagura. I swear, it amazes me that Boruto is that strong now. We see one of Lord Izari's henchmen, and he's using some sort of water jutsu that is spreading throughout the prison in order to find Araumi. And all I had to say, this is a really useful jutsu. By now, we see that the prisoners have figured out that something is happening, including Utan, Hibichiko, and Kyoho. As Boruto and Kagura reach to Block 7, they find the guards that were badly beaten by Izari trapped in a water prison jutsu. Kagura makes quick work of the water prison jutsu, and I have to say I really love the skill of Kagura and just the character in general. Kagura asks one of the guards who attacked them, to which he tells them Fanato. We then skip back to Izari and his henchmen, and we can see that the jutsu that the henchman is using is putting a huge strain on him, as we see him start bleeding from his nose. Finally, they find Araumi, and Lord Izari decides to let his sword do the dirty work. We then see Kagura telling Boruto that it must be some members of the dissolved pirate crew Fanato, to which Boruto then realizes and says that the airship crash was meant to draw attention away from this, to which Kagura explains to him that due to this ceremony they are short-staffed, and where the island is located, it's not easy to get reinforcements immediately. But thankfully Boruto is there. And again, I have to say, Boruto, him being so young but being so powerful that he's able to put Kagura at ease when fighting bandits is proof of Boruto's character growth. We see Sarada and Katasuki, and a medical ninja is giving Katasuki an examination to see if he's okay, and Sarada is, I think, not so good at medical ninjutsu. We see Lord Chojuro getting a message from one of his guards telling him that there are unidentified bodies aboard the airship, to which Lord Chojuro tells him not to let anybody leave the site until the investigation is over. State of emergency. We see one of Lord Chojuro's advisors advises him to go back to the office as they can't contact anyone outside of the village from that point. to which Lord Chodoro agrees and tells her that he's counting on her to take care of the rest. Talk about having confidence in somebody. We see Araumi and he's surrounded by two guards. Suddenly, one of the guards sees Lord Izari's sword and tells the other guard, but he doesn't believe. Soon after, the guard that doesn't believe is taken out by the sword. How ironic. We see that Lord Izari then enters the room and we find out that Araumi is Azari's father. He quickly frees him and decides to take the water out of the guard's body to replenish Araumi. I swear, Araumi is much bigger than I thought he would be. As Izari leaves with Araumi and his henchmen, they are confronted by Boruto and Kagaura. And I have to say, this fight was alright. I do think that the reason Kagaura was defeated was because he could not let loose given the surroundings. For example, the guards, the other prisoners, and so on. So they fight and Izari uses a water style jutsu to defeat them. We then see Izari, Araumi, and his henchmen leave by boat as they are greeted by some of Izari's other henchmen, which would probably be Araumi's henchmen now that he's back. We see Araumi's men taking over two islands, and I have to say, these guys have everything planned out. We then see that Boruto and Kagaura have arrived to where Team 7 and Katasuki are. We then see that the Mizukage is being briefed by two guards. He finds out that the prison has been attacked and that they have captured Araumi. They also tell him that the day before the body of the governor was found and that he was in contact with the Fanato and hiding it. That's the same governor that we saw in episode 233 speaking with Izari at the starting of the episode. So they're saying he died possibly from betrayal by the Fanato. Also that he's the one responsible for spreading the rumor about the attack. Talk about mischievous. Lord Chodoro tells them that they will have to deal with that later and asks them if they're still unable to contact the base on the front lines as it's their key position in the Eastern Sea. Also, he forms an investigative team. Mitsuki then returns to Team 7 and tells them that the base on the front lines of the Eastern Sea has fallen. Also, we see Boruto bringing up that Team 5 is on a mission near there and they can't contact them, so they have to go there and see what is happening. And you can see this is where Team 5 will come in future episodes of this arc. We're going to see Team 5 and Team 7 working together. Kawaki tells Boruto Team 5 are shinobi as well, and they can take care of themselves, but Mitsuki informs him that researchers from the Leaf are there as well. Kagaura then tells them that he has an idea. We then see Kagaura and he's talking to Lord Chodoro about going to the island to help. And we see Lord Chodoro telling Kagaura that he cannot guarantee his safety, to which Kagaura agrees. We see Lord Chodoro give Kagaura his sword, the Haramekiri, which is the sword he used to fight in the Great Ninja War, and tells him he hopes he's not going alone, to which Kagaura replies, I have some people in mind. After which we see some cell doors pulling. We see Team 7 at the docks speaking to a man who owns a boat they're about to board, as he's assuring them of its reliability, while Boruto and the others are critiquing it. Then Kagaura arrives with Butan, Hibichiko, and Kyoho. Team 7 are pissed and don't want to go on the mission with them, but Kagaura reminds them that he is the man in charge. And so, with the encouragement of Mitsuki, Team 7 agrees to go on the mission with them. And I like that while this is happening, Butan, Hibichiko, and Kyoho are legit threatening Team 7. Also, we see them dragging Kawaki onto the boat. Also, we see that the boat operator is taking a little drinky winky. We then see Team Kagaura and they're on their way to Dotu Island, and that's how the episode ends. All in all, this was an alright episode. Looking forward to the next. Thanks for watching.